I am a registered Republican. My dad was the president of American Pipeliners Association, so I came by it rather naturally. Voted for the president, supported him, but I really want to apologize. I mean, I'm looking at this awful picture of the Obamas. What an embarrassment to our country. All this man does is tell lies. He is not worthy of the presidency. He takes bribes blatantly, and now he's being a racist blatantly. They were supposed to deport the dangerous criminals. They were not supposed to go after small children, storm schools, bring terror upon, the little kids and the women and children, not just the immigrants in the school. All the children are scared. This is not a decent man. This is not an honest man. He openly takes bribes. He's pathetic as a president, and I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten man.
John, did you vote for him in all three elections?
I did. I was sucked into the stupidity of creating jobs, and there are no more jobs in New Mexico. Things are worse than they were before. You cannot find a primary care physician. Our governor just passed some laws to try to help. If you are a young physician, we want you in New Mexico. Come here. There's a great need for you.
We have to forgive in order to unite, absolutely. At least with this old man, you can tell he was a bit remorseful. I can't even forgive him. And this is why I said MAGA folks are going to excuse this. Someone here is saying that was a staff member, not Trump. It was his post. It doesn't matter whether it was his staff members. You think everyone else is interpreting the information like that? No. We know the intentions behind this. We know he had seen it, then he approved it. So that in itself makes it already bad as it is.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Junior Pena is a Brazilian right-wing influencer who posted a bunch of stuff online saying that he supports Trump and the ICE raids, and he has now been arrested by ICE. This guy is a pro-Bolsonaro, anti-Lula clown. He's like a MAGA person, but from Brazil. And he was posting this stuff online. No, guys, ICE is good. They're just going after the criminals. Buddy, I hate to break it to you, but the Trump administration is a white nationalist administration. And they don't consider you white because you are from south of the border. You can't be on their team because they are racist. So I don't know what you were expecting, but I guess you get to meet those ICE agents now that you're such a big fan of.
Like, he wanted this for himself. I don't think he wanted this for himself. I think he wanted this for others and excluded himself because he was like, bro, I blend in easy. We in Brazil are like this. Because most Brazilians think that they're white. Most immigrants who come into America, especially when they're really fair-skinned, they think that they can just blend in because they look similar. But at the end of it all, they end up getting cooked.
Anna says these days her life is filled with pain and regret. She hasn't seen her husband in 89 days. She and her husband Omar arrived from Cuba by boat 26 years ago. They both became legal residents and had a family.
Soy ciudadana.
She became a U.S. citizen.
Siempre tenía que trabajar.
But her husband, always working to pay the bills, put it off.
You know, unfortunately, Anna's husband Omar was picked up by immigration after that first clip that I showed you. And the story gets even worse. It's honestly kind of sad.
Her husband now detained at the controversial ICE facility in the Florida Everglades, better known as Alligator Alcatraz. She's growing worried.
Este es mi esposo.
She showed us pictures of her diabetic husband recovering from an amputation just days before he was detained.
You know, watching the story about Anna and her husband, it really did weigh on me because, you know, they're just a couple that wanted to come to America to make a better life for themselves. And right now, unfortunately, a lot of families are going through very difficult times because of the immigration policies that are going on right now. And now Anna is pretty much on her own trying to support herself as well as try to find a way to get her husband Omar potentially out of the situation.
Back at Anna's job, she's on her own making ends meet, paying for her husband's legal bills, fearing for his life, and dealing with remorse.
I'm sorry, did they just say remorse?
Yo voté por Trump.
She voted for President Trump.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
She voted for President Trump.
Yeah, so my F's just immediately flew out the window.
Muy arrepentida.
She regrets it. The immigration crackdown now in effect, she says, is not what she voted for.
After watching that entire clip, I'm genuinely curious as to what the thought process Anna had when it came to voting for the current administration, especially since her husband is of undocumented status. To Anna, I actually just don't really have much to say to you, so I'm just gonna play a song for you instead.
Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. Is there anything more needed to be said? These are the people who regret the decision to vote for Trump after it's already affected them. It's not like she had seen other people suffer and now changed her mind. As they like to say, elections have consequences.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
If you had to choose in November between Kamala Harris and Vladimir Putin, who do you vote for?
I would not vote for Kamala.
So you're abstaining? Or would you cast the ballot for the big V man?
That's a tough one. That really is a tough one.
Really?
That's a tough one for me. I would never, ever in a million years vote for Kamala.
Okay, what if it's
I might not vote at all then.
What if it's Kamala versus Kim Jong-un?
I probably wouldn't vote.
Wouldn't vote?
No.
So what if Kim Jong-un is ahead in the polls and you could be the tie-breaking vote and you could make sure that an American president wins, not Kim Jong or Vladimir Putin? Would you be that tie-breaking vote, or would you let Kim Jong-un get enough power?
I would not vote for
You wouldn't vote?
You would choose not to vote when you have the potential to put an American person into that position of power versus a foreigner.
Huh?
That's just insane. I would vote for Kamala Harris all the way, even though I'm conservative. Putin actually cares about his nation. Kamala hates hers. It's a no-brainer.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The identity of the agents responsible for the unaliving of Alex Pretti was released. And when their identity was released, the whole vibe changed. It went from Alex Pretti being a labeled a domestic terrorist to, wait a minute, it was Mexicans that did this? Hold on now, we need to do a proper investigation. So now, a day after they released the identity of the agents responsible, Alex Pretti's unaliving has been ruled a homicide. You see, you're a coconut, brown on the outside and white on the inside. You look in the mirror and you thought you was Christopher and Tom. No. You're Raimundo and Jesus. And the oppressors finna remind you of who you are.
Wait, I gotta check this. The unaliving of Alex Pretti, a 37-year-old intensive care unit nurse who was fatally shot by federal agents during a protest against ICE, of course. Growing presence in Minneapolis has been ruled a homicide. So they're gonna come after him for sure.
Rob Schneider, the comedic actor that we all know. Funny dude, been in a lot of Adam Sandler films, was from SNL. He's a stand-up comic, been doing stand-up comedy for a long time. And you know, I was watching a documentary on him and his Filipino heritage. Yeah, because he has Filipino heritage. I think his grandmother's Filipino, he has Filipino relatives, so he's part Filipino, which is insane. Insane, yes. So I noticed he started talking about right-wing ash. He's MAGA, this whole nine, which I don't understand.
But I walked into a bar and they kicked me out of a bar. I was wearing a, MAGA hat, Make America Great Again, Trump hat.
Wait, what? You're MAGA? But you're part Filipino. You Filipino heritage. I don't know. So his wife is divorcing him, filing for divorce. A lot of MAGA husbands, their wives are divorcing them, which you deserve. Nobody wants to be around that kind of evil. And I'm disappointed by Rob Schneider, man. You can do it. Yeah, that's f***ed up. Rob, you're disappointed, man, because he's on stage. He's always talking about this right-wing ass, and I'm surprised at him. You forget about your heritage. There's always those passing people, whether biracial or whether they never tell you about their backgrounds, but if they can pass and almost look white. But if you look at Rob, he don't look that damn white. He got that Asian-y look, and in his eyes, you can see it. Yeah, I'm glad she's leaving your ass. Now see what you can do now.
Rob Schneider was one of the biggest disappointments to me. He's up there with Snoop and Nelly for me. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are with these MAGA voters, some of them who regret, others who got divorced. Especially if you have someone who's a MAGA person and got divorced, leave your comment down below. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out this video. I'm pretty sure you're definitely going to enjoy it. But nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.